economic importance, soil and climatic requirement, varieties, cultural practices and yield of crops, cereals, rice, maize, sorghum, pearl millet, minor millets, wheat, barley, pulses, pigeon pea, mung bean, herb bean, chickpea, lentil, peas, bean, oilseeds, crown nut, sesame, soybean, rapeseed and mustard, sunflower, safflower and linseed, sugar crops, sugar, cane and sugar beet, fiber crops, cotton, jute and sun hemp, medicinal and aromatic crops, mentha, lemongrass, citronella, isabgol, commercial crops, potato and tobacco, forage crops, sorghum, maize, cowpea, cluster bean, napier, basim, luceum and oat. Providing detailed information on all the mentioned crops is beyond the scope of a single response, but I can certainly provide a brief overview of each crop category. Cereals. 1. Rice, origin, Asia. Geographic distribution, grown worldwide, especially in Asia. Economic importance, major staple food for over half of the world's population. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, tropical and subtropical climates, high humidity. Varieties, numerous varieties, including long grain and short grain types. Cultural practices, requires flooded conditions for growth. 2. Maize, corn origin, Americas. Geographic distribution, global, adaptable to various climates. Economic importance, essential food and feed crop. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, temperate climates. Varieties, dent, flint, popcorn, sweet corn. Cultural practices, warm season crop, requires sufficient water and nutrients. 3. Sorghum, origin, Africa. Geographic distribution, worldwide, adaptable to arid regions. Economic importance, food, fodder, and bioenergy source. Soil and climatic requirements, drought tolerant, grows well in arid conditions. Varieties, grain sorghum, forage sorghum. Cultural practices, well suited for marginal lands. 4. Pearl millet, origin, Africa. Geographic distribution, mainly in arid and semi-arid regions. Economic importance, food and fodder. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, drought tolerant. Varieties, different varieties based on growth habit and grain type. Cultural practices, grows well in poor soils. 5. Wheat, origin, Middle East. Geographic distribution, grown globally, important staple food. Economic importance, major cereal crop. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, temperate climates. Varieties, bread wheat, Durham wheat. Cultural practices, cool season crop, requires vernalization. 6. Barley, origin, Middle East. Geographic distribution, worldwide. Economic importance, food, fodder, and brewing. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, cool climates. Varieties, 2-row and 6-row barley. Cultural practices, cool season crop. Pulses. 1. Pigeon pea, mung bean, URD bean, chickpea, lentil, peas, bean, origin and geographic distribution, varied for each pulse. Economic importance, protein-rich food, soil improvement. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, various climatic preferences. Varieties, multiple varieties for each pulse. Cultural practices, nitrogen fixing, rotation crops. Oilseeds. 1. Groundnut, sesame, soybean, rapeseed and mustard, sunflower, safflower, linseed, origin and geographic distribution, varied for each oilseed. Economic importance, cooking oil, industrial uses. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, varying climate preferences. Varieties, different varieties with varied oil content. Cultural practices, rotation crops, important for oil extraction. Sugar crops. 1. Sugarcane, origin, Asia. Geographic distribution, tropical and subtropical regions. Economic importance, sugar production. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, warm climates. Varieties, numerous varieties for sugar content. Cultural practices, grown from stem cuttings. 2. Sugar beet, origin, Europe. Geographic distribution, temperate regions. Economic importance, sugar production. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, cooler climates. Varieties, different varieties for sugar content. Cultural practices, grown from seeds. Fiber crops. 1. Cotton, origin, India. Geographic distribution, worldwide, especially in warm climates. Economic importance, textile production. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, warm temperatures. Varieties, different varieties for fiber quality. Cultural practices, requires ample sunlight and water. 2. Jute, origin, Asia. Geographic distribution, mainly in tropical regions. Economic importance, fiber production. Soil and climatic requirements, alluvial soil, warm and humid climates. Varieties, white jute and tosser jute. Cultural practices, grows well in flooded areas. 3. Sun hemp, origin and geographic distribution, tropical regions. Economic importance, green manure, fiber. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, warm climates. Varieties, different varieties for various uses. Cultural practices, grown for soil improvement and fiber. Medicinal and aromatic crops. 1. Mentha, lemongrass, citronella, origin and geographic distribution, varied for each plant. Economic importance, essential oils for medicinal and aromatic purposes. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, varying climate preferences. Varieties, different varieties with varied oil content. Cultural practices, often grown for oil extraction. Commercial crops. 1. Potato, origin, South America. Geographic distribution, grown worldwide. Economic importance, staple food. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, cool climates. Varieties, numerous varieties with different characteristics. Cultural practices, grown from tubers. 2. Tobacco, origin, Americas. Geographic distribution, worldwide. Economic importance, tobacco production. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soil, warm climates. Varieties, different varieties for various products. Cultural practices, requires careful cultivation. Forage crops. 1. Sorghum, maize, cowpea, cluster bean, napier, besim. Lucerne, alfalfa, oat. You forage crops, sorghum, maize, cowpea, cluster bean, napier, besim, lucerne, alfalfa, oat. Forage crops. 1. Sorghum, economic importance, used as fodder for livestock. Cultural practices, grows well in warm climates, drought tolerant. Harvested for both grains and forage. 2. Maize, economic importance, valuable for silage and fodder. Cultural practices, requires well-drained soil, warm temperatures. Used for both grain and forage. 3. Cowpea, economic importance, used as a forage and cover crop. Cultural practices, grows well in warm climates, nitrogen fixing. Provides nutritious fodder for livestock. 4. Cluster bean, guar, economic importance, used as a forage and green manure. Cultural practices, well suited for arid regions. Provides fodder for livestock and improves soil fertility. 5. Napier grass, economic importance, major fodder crop. Cultural practices, fast-growing, high-yielding grass. Requires well-drained soil and regular cutting for optimal yield. 6. Besim, economic importance, valuable as a winter forage. Cultural practices, grown in cool seasons, used for green fodder. Requires well-drained soil. 7. Lucerne, alfalfa, economic importance, highly nutritious forage. Cultural practices, perennial legume, prefers well-drained soil. High in protein, commonly used for hay and grazing. 8. Oat, economic importance, used as a forage and as a winter cover crop. Cultural practices, cool season crop, suitable for temperate climates. Provides good forage for livestock. Forage crops play a crucial role in providing feed for livestock, contributing to animal nutrition and overall agricultural sustainability. The choice of forage crops depends on factors such as climate, soil conditions, and the specific needs of the livestock being raised. Origin, geographic distribution, economic importance, soil and climatic requirement, varieties, cultural practices, and yield of forage crops, sorghum, maize, cowpea, cluster bean, napier, besim, lucerne, alfalfa, OA. Certainly, let's delve into more specific details for each of the mentioned forage crops. 1. Sorghum. Origin, Africa. Geographic distribution, grown worldwide, especially in arid and semi-arid regions. Economic importance, primarily used as a forage crop for livestock, especially in regions with water scarcity. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, tolerates drought conditions. Warm season crop. Varieties, numerous varieties with different characteristics, including sweet sorghum and forage sorghum. Cultural practices, grows well in areas with limited water availability. Harvested for both grains and forage. Yield varies based on the specific variety, environmental conditions, and management practices. 2. Maize, corn. Origin, Americas. Geographic distribution, grown globally in various climates. Economic importance, valuable for silage, hay, and as a grazing crop for livestock. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, warm temperatures. Requires sufficient water. Varieties, different varieties for forage purposes, often chosen for high biomass production. Cultural practices, cultivated as an annual crop. Harvested at different stages for silage or grazing. Yield, varies based on factors like climate, soil fertility, and management practices. 3. Cowpea. Origin, Africa. Geographic distribution, grown in warm regions globally. Economic importance, used as a forage crop, cover crop, and for soil improvement. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, warm climates. Tolerant of drought conditions. Varieties, different varieties for forage and grain production. Cultural practices, grown as an annual legume. Provides nitrogen fixation and nutritious fodder. Yield, dependent on environmental conditions, management practices, and the specific variety. 4. Cluster bean, guar. Origin, India. Geographic distribution, mainly grown in arid and semi-arid regions. Economic importance, used as a forage and green manure crop. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, hot and dry climates. Varieties, different varieties for forage and guar gum production. Cultural practices, well suited for arid conditions. Provides valuable forage for livestock. Yield, influenced by factors such as soil fertility, water availability, and cultivation practices. 5. Napier grass. Economic importance, major fodder crop. Cultural practices, fast-growing grass, commonly used for cut and carry systems. Requires regular cutting. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, tropical and subtropical climates. Varieties, different varieties with variations in growth habit and adaptability. Cultural practices, grown as a perennial grass, providing multiple harvests per year. Yield, high yielding under favorable conditions. 6. Besim. Origin, Middle East. Geographic distribution, grown in cool season areas, especially during winter. Economic importance, valuable as a winter forage crop. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, cool climates. Varieties, different varieties bred for improved forage quality. Cultural practices, typically grown as a winter annual. Provides high-quality green fodder. Yield, dependent on climate, soil fertility, and management practices. 7. Lucerne, alfalfa. Origin, Central Asia. Geographic distribution, grown globally in temperate and arid regions. Economic importance, highly nutritious forage, commonly used for hay and grazing. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, tolerates alkaline conditions. Thrives in cool season climates. Varieties, numerous varieties adapted to different regions and uses. Cultural practices, grown as a perennial legume. Requires well-managed cutting for optimal yield. Yield, high yielding with proper management. 8. Oat. Economic importance, used as a forage crop and as a winter cover crop. Cultural practices, grown as a cool season annual. Provides good forage for livestock. Soil and climatic requirements, well-drained soils, cool climates. Varieties, different varieties for forage and grain production. Cultural practices, typically sown in the fall for winter forage or as a cover crop. Yield, influenced by factors like climate, soil fertility, and cultivation practices. Precision agriculture, concepts and techniques, their issues and concerns for Indian agriculture. Precision agriculture, concepts and techniques. Precision agriculture, also known as precision farming or precision AG, involves the use of technology to optimize various aspects of farming with the goal of improving crop yields, efficiency, and sustainability. Key concepts and techniques include 1. Global Positioning System, GPS. GPS technology enables farmers to precisely locate and map field data, allowing for accurate monitoring and management. 2. Remote sensing, satellite imagery, drones, and sensors help gather real-time data on crop health, soil conditions, and environmental factors. 3. Variable rate technology, VRT. VRT allows for the application of inputs, such as fertilizers, pesticides, and water, at variable rates across a field, based on the specific needs of different areas. 4. Automated machinery, smart tractors, planters, and harvesters equipped with sensors and automation technologies improve efficiency and reduce human labor requirements. 5. Data management systems, advanced software and analytics help farmers collect, analyze, and interpret data to make informed decisions about crop management. 6. Precision irrigation, efficient water use through technologies like drip irrigation and soil moisture sensors helps conserve water resources. 7. Precision livestock farming, applies similar technologies to animal farming, optimizing feed, health, and breeding practices. 8. IoT, Internet of Things connecting various devices and sensors through IoT facilitates real-time monitoring and data sharing. Issues and concerns for Indian agriculture. While precision agriculture offers numerous benefits, there are specific issues and concerns when implementing these techniques in the context of Indian agriculture. 1. Cost of technology. High upfront costs for adopting precision agriculture technologies can be a barrier for small and marginal farmers. 2. Educational and technical skills. Farmers may lack the necessary education and technical skills to effectively use and interpret data from precision farming technologies. 3. Infrastructure challenges. In some regions, inadequate infrastructure, such as a lack of reliable power and internet connectivity, hinders the widespread adoption of precision farming. 4. Data security and privacy. Concerns about data ownership, security, and privacy may limit farmer willingness to share their information with technology providers. 5. Scale of farming operations. In India, a significant proportion of farms are small and fragmented. Scaling down precision technologies to suit smaller holdings is a challenge. 6. Government policies and support. Clear policies and adequate support from the government are crucial for the successful adoption of precision agriculture. 7. Awareness and extension services. Limited awareness and outreach regarding the benefits of precision agriculture hinder its adoption. Extension services need to play a role in educating farmers. 8. Cultural and social factors. Traditional farming practices, cultural resistance to change, and social dynamics can impact the acceptance and adoption of new technologies. 9. Customization for regional variations. India has diverse agroclimatic zones, and precision agriculture technologies need to be adapted to suit the specific needs of different regions. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of precision agriculture in India are substantial, including increased productivity, resource conservation, and sustainability. Addressing these concerns requires a multi-stakeholder approach involving farmers, government bodies, technology providers, and research institutions. Ecoinformatics GIS, GPS, and remote sensing concepts and application in agriculture. Ecoinformatics in agriculture, GIS, GPS, and remote sensing. 1. Geographic Information System, GIS. Concepts. GIS is a system designed to capture, store, analyze, and present spatial or geographic data. It involves layers of information linked to geographical locations, allowing for comprehensive analysis and visualization. Application in agriculture. Precision farming. GIS helps in mapping and analyzing soil variations, enabling precision application of inputs such as fertilizers and pesticides. Land use planning. Farmers can make informed decisions on crop selection based on GIS-generated maps of soil types, topography, and climate data. Water management. GIS aids in designing efficient irrigation systems by analyzing topography and water availability. 2. Global Positioning System, GPS. Concepts. GPS is a satellite-based navigation system that provides location and time information in all weather conditions. It works by triangulating signals from multiple satellites to determine precise locations on Earth. Application in agriculture. Precision agriculture. GPS enables accurate mapping and recording of field boundaries, allowing for precise equipment navigation. Variable rate technology. VRT GPS guides the variable application of inputs based on spatial variations, optimizing resource use. Farm machinery control. GPS technology is used to automate and control the movement of farm machinery during planting, harvesting, and other operations. 3. Remote sensing. Concepts. Remote sensing involves collecting information about an object without physical contact, typically from satellites or aircraft. Sensors capture data in various wavelengths, allowing for the assessment of vegetation health, soil conditions, and land cover. Application in agriculture. Crop monitoring. Remote sensing provides real-time information on crop health, allowing for early detection of diseases, pests, and nutrient deficiencies. Yield estimation. Satellite imagery can be used to estimate crop yields by assessing vegetation indices and biomass. Land cover mapping. Remote sensing helps in monitoring changes in land cover, identifying deforestation, urbanization, or changes in agricultural practices. Integration of GIS, GPS, and remote sensing in agriculture. Precision agriculture. Combining GIS for spatial analysis, GPS for accurate location information, and remote sensing for monitoring crops creates a comprehensive precision agriculture system. Decision support systems. Integrating these technologies facilitates the development of decision support systems that help farmers make informed decisions based on spatial data. Data fusion. Combining data from GIS, GPS, and remote sensing enhances the accuracy and reliability of information used for agricultural planning and management. Applications in agriculture. Site-specific farming. Tailoring agricultural practices to specific locations based on spatial data improves efficiency and resource use. Environmental monitoring. Assessing the impact of agriculture on the environment, including soil erosion, water quality, and habitat conservation. Risk management. Identifying and managing risks such as crop diseases, pest outbreaks, and adverse weather conditions through early detection. Challenges and considerations. Cost and accessibility. Initial setup costs and accessibility to technology can be a barrier, especially for small-scale farmers. Data integration. Ensuring seamless integration of data from GIS, GPS, and remote sensing sources for accurate decision-making. Skill training. Farmers need training to effectively use and interpret data from eco-informatics technologies. The integration of GIS, GPS, and remote sensing in agriculture has the potential to revolutionize farming practices, making them more sustainable, efficient, and informed. Ongoing advancements in technology and increased awareness can contribute to wider adoption and enhance benefits for the agricultural sector. Nanotechnology, definition, concepts and techniques, nanoparticles, nanopesticides, nanofertilizers, nanosensors, use of nanotechnology in seed, water, fertilizer, plant protection for scaling up farm productivity. Nanotechnology in agriculture, concepts and applications. 1. Definition. Nanotechnology involves the manipulation of materials at the nanoscale, typically in the range of 1 to 100 nanometers. In agriculture, nanotechnology is applied to enhance various aspects of crop production, resource utilization, and protection. 2. Concepts and techniques. Nanoparticles. These are materials with dimensions in the nanoscale. In agriculture, nanoparticles exhibit unique properties that can be harnessed for targeted delivery of nutrients or pesticides. Nanoencapsulation. Techniques involve enclosing active substances, like fertilizers or pesticides, within nanocarriers for controlled release and improved efficiency. Nanosensors. Nanoscale sensors enable real-time monitoring of soil conditions, crop health, and environmental factors, providing valuable data for precision agriculture. 3. Nanoparticles in agriculture. Nanopesticides. Definition. Nanopesticides are formulations where active pesticide ingredients are encapsulated in nanocarriers. Applications. Enhanced delivery systems for pest control, improving efficacy while reducing environmental impact and the need for large quantities of chemicals. Nanofertilizers. Definition. Nanofertilizers are nanoscale formulations of nutrients designed for efficient nutrient delivery to plants. Applications. Controlled release of nutrients, improved nutrient uptake, and reduced environmental losses, contributing to enhanced plant growth and productivity. Nanosensors. Definition. Nanosensors at the nanoscale can detect and transmit information about soil conditions, nutrient levels, and plant health. Applications. Real-time monitoring, allowing for precise and targeted application of resources, optimizing farm management practices. 4. Use of nanotechnology in different agricultural domains. Seed enhancement. Applications. Nanocoatings on seeds for improved germination, nutrient delivery, and protection against pathogens. Nanoparticles can also facilitate the delivery of genetic material for precision breeding. Water management. Applications. Nanofilters for water purification, nanosensors for monitoring water quality, and nanomaterials for efficient water use in crops. Fertilizer management. Applications. Nanofertilizers with controlled release mechanisms, allowing for targeted nutrient delivery and reduced environmental impact. Plant protection. Applications. Nanopesticides for targeted delivery, reducing the need for excessive chemical use. Nanoformulations can enhance the persistence and efficacy of pest control measures. 5. Scaling up farm productivity. Precision agriculture. Nanotechnology enables precision farming through the development of sensors, nanofertilizers, and nanopesticides. This contributes to efficient resource use and improved yields. Sustainable agriculture. Nanotechnological applications contribute to sustainable agriculture by reducing the environmental impact of conventional farming practices, minimizing chemical usage, and optimizing resource efficiency. Disease and pest management. Nanopesticides, with their targeted delivery mechanisms, enhance plant protection while minimizing the ecological footprint associated with conventional pesticides. Challenges and considerations. Regulatory frameworks. The regulatory approval process for nanoagricultural products needs careful consideration to ensure safety and environmental impact. Public perception. Addressing concerns and raising awareness about the safety and ethical implications of nanotechnology in agriculture. Affordability. Ensuring that nanotechnology applications are economically viable for farmers, especially small-scale ones. The application of nanotechnology in agriculture holds significant potential for addressing challenges in food production, resource utilization, and environmental sustainability. Continuous research, responsible implementation, and effective communication are essential for realizing the full benefits of nanotechnology in scaling up farm productivity. Eupedological and edaphological concepts, earth crust, composition and weathering of rocks and minerals factors and processes of soil formation, fibre or soil, production importance and their management. Concept of soil quality and soil health physical. Pedological and edaphological concepts. 1. Pedology. Definition. Pedology is the scientific study of soils, focusing on the formation, classification, and mapping of soils. Objectives. Understanding the physical, chemical, and biological processes that lead to soil development. 2. Edaphology. Definition. Edaphology is the branch of soil science that concentrates on the influence of soils on living organisms, including plants. Objectives. Examining the relationships between soil properties and plant growth, nutrient availability, and overall soil-plant interactions. Earth crust, composition, and weathering. 1. Earth crust. The Earth's crust is the outermost layer, composed of solid rock, soil, and minerals. It consists of the continental crust, land masses, and the oceanic crust, underlying the ocean floor. 2. Composition and weathering of rocks and minerals. Composition. Rocks are composed of minerals, which are naturally occurring, inorganic substances with specific chemical compositions. Weathering. Weathering is the breakdown of rocks and minerals into smaller particles through physical, chemical, or biological processes. Factors and processes of soil formation. 1. Parent material, the original unweathered material from which soil forms. 2. Climate, temperature, precipitation, and other climatic factors influence soil formation. 3. Topography, the physical features of the landscape, such as slope and aspect, affect soil development. 4. Organisms, plants, animals, microorganisms contribute to organic matter, influence soil structure, and participate in nutrient cycling. 5. Time, the duration of weathering processes and soil development. 6. Processes, weathering, physical, chemical, and biological processes break down rocks into soil particles. Translocation, movement of materials within the soil, including leaching and alluviation. Accumulation, accumulation of materials in a particular soil horizon, such as the buildup of organic matter. Types of soil. 1. Soil horizons. O horizon, organic matter layer, humus. A horizon, topsoil, rich in minerals and organic material. E horizon, alluviation layer, leached of minerals. B horizon, subsoil, accumulates leached materials. C horizon, parent material, partially disintegrated rock. R horizon, bedrock. Soil production importance and management. 1. Importance. Soil is crucial for plant growth, providing nutrients, water, and support. It serves as a habitat for various organisms and contributes to nutrient cycling. Soil is essential for agriculture, forestry, and natural ecosystems. 2. Management. Conservation practices, preventing soil erosion through practices like contour plowing and cover cropping. Fertilization, adding nutrients to the soil to enhance fertility. Irrigation, providing water to crops when natural rainfall is insufficient. Crop rotation, alternating crops to improve soil health and reduce pest pressure. Concept of soil quality and soil health physical. 1. Soil quality. Soil quality refers to the capacity of a soil to function within natural or managed ecosystems to sustain plant and animal productivity, maintain or enhance water and air quality, and support human health and habitation. 2. Soil health physical. Physical aspects of soil health include soil structure, texture, porosity, and water holding capacity. Healthy soils have good structure, allowing for root penetration, water infiltration, and air movement. Understanding and managing soil quality and health are critical for sustainable agriculture, environmental conservation, and maintaining the overall balance of ecosystems. Implementing practices that promote soil conservation and fertility contributes to long-term agricultural productivity. U concept of soil quality and soil health physical chemical and biological indicator of soil quality. Concept of soil quality and soil health. Soil quality. Soil quality refers to the overall ability of a soil to function and provide ecosystem services in a sustainable way. It encompasses various physical, chemical, and biological properties of soil that collectively influence its capacity to support plant growth, nutrient cycling, water filtration, and overall ecosystem health. Soil health. Soil health is a subset of soil quality that specifically focuses on the biological aspects and overall vitality of the soil. A healthy soil supports diverse and active microbial communities, which contribute to nutrient cycling, disease suppression, and other essential soil functions. Physical, chemical, and biological indicators of soil quality. 1. Physical indicators. Soil structure, the arrangement of soil particles into aggregates. Good structure allows for proper aeration, water movement, and root penetration. Texture, the relative proportions of sand, silt, and clay particles. It influences water retention, drainage, and nutrient availability. Porosity, the volume of open spaces in the soil, affecting water infiltration and air movement. Bulk density, the mass of soil per unit volume, influencing root growth and water movement. 2. Chemical indicators, pH level, the acidity or alkalinity of the soil. It affects nutrient availability and microbial activity. Nutrient content, concentrations of essential nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and micronutrients. Cation exchange capacity, CEC, the soil's ability to retain and exchange cations, positively charged ions, influencing nutrient availability. Organic matter content, the amount of decomposed plant and animal material, contributing to soil fertility and structure. 3. Biological indicators, microbial activity, assessing the abundance and diversity of soil microorganisms, such as bacteria, fungi, and protozoa. Healthy soils support a diverse microbial community. Soil respiration, the release of carbon dioxide by soil microorganisms during the decomposition of organic matter. It reflects microbial activity. Earthworm activity, earthworms contribute to soil aeration, nutrient cycling, and the formation of stable aggregates. Their presence indicates a healthy soil. Biodiversity, the variety of plant and animal species in the soil, including beneficial organisms that contribute to nutrient cycling and pest control. Integrated assessment, a comprehensive assessment of soil quality involves considering multiple indicators from each category, physical, chemical, and biological. A balanced approach provides a holistic understanding of soil health. Integrated soil management practices aim to improve soil quality by addressing deficiencies in all three aspects. Importance of soil quality and health. Sustainable agriculture. Healthy soils support long-term agricultural productivity by providing essential nutrients, water, and a conducive environment for plant growth. Environmental conservation. Proper soil management helps prevent erosion, nutrient runoff, and contamination of water bodies, contributing to environmental sustainability. Climate change mitigation. Healthy soils act as carbon sinks, sequestering carbon dioxide and mitigating climate change. Biodiversity. A diverse and healthy soil ecosystem supports a wide range of plant and animal life, contributing to overall biodiversity. Management practices for improving soil quality and health. Cover cropping. Planting cover crops helps prevent erosion, adds organic matter, and enhances biodiversity. Crop rotation. Alternating crops improve soil structure, nutrient cycling, and reduces the risk of pests and diseases. Organic matter amendments. Adding organic materials like compost and manure enhances soil fertility and microbial activity. Conservation tillage. Minimizing soil disturbance through reduced tillage practices helps maintain soil structure and reduce erosion. Continuous monitoring of physical, chemical, and biological indicators is crucial for understanding and improving soil quality and health over time. Sustainable land management practices aim to preserve and enhance these critical aspects of soil functioning. Movement of soil water. The movement of soil water is a complex process influenced by various factors such as soil texture, structure, porosity, vegetation cover, and topography. Soil water movement plays a critical role in supplying water to plants, nutrient transport, and groundwater recharge. Here are the key aspects of the movement of soil water. 1. Infiltration. Definition. Infiltration is the process by which water enters the soil surface from precipitation, irrigation, or other sources. Factors influencing infiltration. Soil texture. Fine-textured soils, clay, may have slower infiltration rates than coarse-textured soils, sand. Soil structure. Well-aggregated soils allow water to infiltrate more easily. Vegetation cover. Plants can enhance or impede infiltration depending on the density and root structure. Slope. The slope of the land affects the speed of water infiltration. 2. Percolation. Definition. Percolation is the downward movement of water through the soil profile beyond the root zone. Factors influencing percolation. Soil porosity. The amount and arrangement of pore spaces in the soil affect percolation rates. Soil structure. Well-structured soils with good aggregation facilitate percolation. Gravity. Water moves downward due to the force of gravity. 3. Capillary rise. Definition. Capillary rise is the upward movement of water within soil pores against the force of gravity. Factors influencing capillary rise. Soil texture. Fine-textured soils, clay, exhibit greater capillary rise than coarse. Textured soils, sand. Capillary action. Capillary forces within soil pores pull water upward. 4. Saturation and field capacity. Saturation. When all soil pores are filled with water, the soil is said to be saturated. Field capacity. After excess water drains due to gravity, the soil reaches a point where it holds water against gravity. This is known as field capacity. 5. Wilting point. Definition. The moisture content at which plants can no longer extract water from the soil, leading to wilting. Factors influencing wilting point. Soil texture. Fine-textured soils hold water more tightly, resulting in a lower wilting point. 6. Root water uptake. Definition. Plants absorb water from the soil through their roots, contributing to the movement of water in the soil-plant atmosphere continuum. Factors influencing root water uptake. Root density. The density and depth of plant roots affect water uptake. Soil moisture content. Water moves from regions of higher moisture to lower. Moisture, influencing root water absorption. Understanding the movement of soil water is crucial for efficient irrigation practices, water management in agriculture, and maintaining soil health. Sustainable land management practices take into account soil water dynamics to optimize water use and enhance crop productivity. Use soil health assessment techniques. Soil health assessment involves evaluating various physical, chemical, and biological properties of soil to understand its overall condition and fertility. Different techniques and methods are used to assess soil health, providing valuable information for sustainable land management practices. Here are some common soil health assessment techniques. 1. Physical soil health assessment. Texture analysis determines the relative proportions of sand, silt, and clay in the soil, influencing water retention, drainage, and nutrient availability. Analyzed through laboratory methods like the hydrometer method or laser diffraction. Soil structure assessment examines the arrangement of soil particles into aggregates, influencing porosity and root penetration. Visual assessment and methods like the Slake test are used. Bulk density measurement determines the mass of soil per unit volume, providing insights into soil compaction. Calculated by dividing the dry soil mass by its volume. 2. Chemical soil health assessment. Soil pH measurement determines the acidity or alkalinity of the soil, influencing nutrient availability. Measured using pH meters or indicators. Nutrient analysis measures concentrations of essential nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, etc., using techniques like soil extraction and analysis, often through methods such as the Melick 3 or Bray 1 extraction. Cation exchange capacity (CEC) measurement evaluates the soil's ability to retain and exchange cations, positively charged ions. Assessed through laboratory tests using ammonium acetate or other extracting solutions. 3. Biological soil health assessment. Microbial biomass measurement determines the abundance of soil microorganisms, providing insights into nutrient cycling. Assessed through methods such as the substrate-induced respiration technique. Soil respiration measures the release of carbon dioxide by soil microorganisms during organic matter decomposition. Assessed using respirometers or infrared gas analyzers. Earthworm count quantifies earthworm populations, indicating soil health and fertility. Manual sampling or pitfall traps are common methods. 4. Soil organic matter assessment. Organic carbon content determines the amount of organic carbon in the soil, indicating the level of organic matter. Measured through methods like the Walkley Black or loss on ignition method. Humus content assessment estimates the degree of decomposition and stability of organic matter in the soil. Analyzed through visual inspection or laboratory tests. 5. Aggregate stability assessment. Water stability test evaluates the ability of soil aggregates to resist breakdown when subjected to water. Common methods include the slake test and the wet sieving method. 6. Root health assessment. Root observation involves digging soil pits or using soil cores to observe root health, length, and distribution. 7. Remote sensing and GIS techniques. Satellite imagery. Remote sensing techniques can provide valuable information on vegetation cover, land use changes, and soil moisture levels. Geographic information systems, GIS spatial analysis tools can help integrate various soil health parameters for a comprehensive assessment. 8. Soil quality index, SQI integration of multiple parameters, combines data from various physical, chemical, and biological indicators into a single index, providing an overall assessment of soil health. These assessment techniques are often used in combination to obtain a holistic understanding of soil health. Regular monitoring allows farmers and land managers to make informed decisions about soil management practices that enhance fertility, productivity, and sustainability. Use soil as a source of plant nutrients. Soil serves as a primary source of essential nutrients that plants require for their growth and development. These nutrients are crucial for various physiological processes within plants, influencing factors such as root development, flowering, fruiting, and overall plant health. The key plant nutrients derived from the soil include 1. Macronutrients, nitrogen, N, essential for the formation of proteins, enzymes, and chlorophyll. It plays a crucial role in plant growth and development. Phosphorus, P, important for energy transfer within the plant, root development, flowering, and fruiting. It is a component of DNA and RNA. Potassium, K, aids in photosynthesis, regulates water uptake, and contributes to overall plant vigor and disease resistance. Calcium, Ca, essential for cell wall structure, cell division, and nutrient uptake. It also plays a role in root development. Magnesium, Mg, a component of chlorophyll, it is crucial for photosynthesis and overall plant energy transfer. 2. Micronutrients, trace elements iron, Fe, essential for chlorophyll synthesis, and involved in various enzyme functions. Manganese, Mn, necessary for photosynthesis, nitrogen metabolism, and root elongation. Zinc, Zn, involved in enzyme activities, especially those related to the synthesis of growth hormones. Copper, Cu, important for photosynthesis and enzyme activities. Molybdenum, Mo, required for nitrogen metabolism and the conversion of inorganic phosphorus into organic forms. Boron, B, aids in cell wall formation, pollen development, and the transport of sugars. 3. Other essential nutrients. Sulfur, S, required for the synthesis of amino acids and proteins. It plays a role in chlorophyll formation and overall plant growth. How plants obtain nutrients from the soil. 1. Root uptake. Plant roots absorb nutrients dissolved in soil water through their root hairs. Nutrients are taken up in the form of ions, charged particles, through active and passive transport processes. 2. Ion exchange. Cation exchange occurs when positively charged ions, cations, on soil particles are exchanged with plant roots for essential nutrients like calcium, magnesium, potassium, etc. Anion exchange involves negatively charged ions, anions, being exchanged between the soil and plant roots. 3. Mineralization and decomposition. Soil organic matter, composed of plant and animal residues, is decomposed by microorganisms. During decomposition, organic nutrients are converted into inorganic forms, mineralization, that are available for plant uptake. 4. Weathering of minerals. Minerals present in the soil, such as feldspar or apatite, undergo weathering processes that release essential nutrients. For example, the weathering of apatite contributes phosphorus to the soil. 5. Microbial activities. Soil microorganisms play a vital role in nutrient cycling and making nutrients available to plants. They decompose organic matter, fix nitrogen, and contribute to nutrient transformations. Factors affecting nutrient availability. 1. pH of the soil. Soil pH influences the availability of nutrients. Some nutrients are more readily available in acidic soils, while others are more available in alkaline soils. 2. Soil organic matter. Organic matter enhances nutrient retention and availability in the soil. It also improves soil structure and water holding capacity. 3. Microbial activity. Soil microbes play a role in nutrient cycling, making nutrients available to plants. 4. Soil texture. Soil texture affects nutrient retention and drainage, influencing nutrient availability to plants. Understanding the soil as a source of plant nutrients is crucial for sustainable agriculture. Soil testing, nutrient management practices, and maintaining soil health contribute to optimizing nutrient availability for plants, promoting crop productivity, and preventing nutrient imbalances. Criteria of nutrients essentiality and their function, forms of nutrient in soil. Criteria for nutrient essentiality. For a nutrient to be considered essential for plant growth, it must meet certain criteria. The essentiality of plant nutrients is determined by the following factors. 1. Plant requirement. The nutrient must be necessary for the completion of the plant's life cycle or a specific phase of growth. 2. Direct involvement in metabolism. The nutrient should have a direct role in plant metabolism, physiological processes, or structural components. 3. Cannot be replaced. The function of the nutrient cannot be replaced by another element, and it must be specific to its role in plant growth. 4. Role in biochemical processes. The nutrient must be involved in essential biochemical processes, such as enzyme activation or structural component formation. 5. No substitute in structure. The nutrient must be a part of the plant's structure, and there should be no other element that can substitute it in the structure. 6. Response to deficiency. The plant must show a characteristic response to the deficiency of the nutrient, and this response should be corrected by supplying the nutrient. Functions of essential plant nutrients. 1. Nitrogen, N, function, essential for the synthesis of amino acids, proteins, nucleic acids, and chlorophyll. It plays a crucial role in promoting vegetative growth. 2. Phosphorus, P, function, involved in energy transfer and storage, ATP, nucleic acid synthesis, and root development. Essential for flowering and fruiting. 3. Potassium, K, function, regulates water uptake, enzyme activation, and plays a role in photosynthesis. Essential for overall plant vigor and disease resistance. 4. Calcium, Ca, function, important for cell wall structure and stability, cell division, and nutrient uptake. 5. Magnesium, Mg, function, component of chlorophyll, essential for photosynthesis and enzyme activation. 6. Sulfur, S, function, essential for amino acid and protein synthesis. Involved in the formation of vitamins and coenzymes. 7. Iron, Fe, function, essential for chlorophyll synthesis, electron transport in photosynthesis, and enzyme activation. 8. Manganese, Mn, function, involved in photosynthesis, nitrogen metabolism, and enzyme activation. 9. Zinc, Zn. Function, essential for enzyme activation, DNA synthesis, and the formation of growth hormones. 10. Copper, Cu, function, participates in photosynthesis, enzyme activation, and lignin synthesis. 11. Molybdenum, Mo, function, required for nitrogen metabolism and the conversion of inorganic phosphorus into organic forms. 12. Boron, B, function, aids in cell wall formation, pollen development, and the transport of sugars. Forms of nutrients in soil. 1. Mineral forms. Inorganic forms of nutrients are present in the soil as mineral ions, example, nitrate, phosphate, potassium ions, derived from weathering of rocks and minerals. 2. Organic forms. Nutrients are present in organic forms within organic matter in the soil, such as decomposed plant and animal residues, contributing to nutrient cycling. 3. Adsorbed forms. Nutrients can be adsorbed onto soil particles and colloids, influencing their availability for plant uptake. 4. Soluble forms. Some nutrients are present in soluble forms in soil water, and plant roots can absorb them directly from the soil solution. 5. Exchangeable forms. Nutrients can exchange with cations on soil particles and colloids, making them available for plant uptake. Understanding the forms of nutrients in the soil is essential for efficient nutrient management in agriculture. Soil testing, nutrient analysis, and proper fertilization practices help ensure that plants have access to an adequate and balanced supply of essential nutrients for optimal growth and development. Mechanism of nutrient transport to plants and factor affecting nutrient availability to plant. Mechanism of nutrient transport to plants. The transport of nutrients to plants involves several processes, from nutrient uptake by plant roots to their movement within the plant. Here is an overview of the main mechanisms. 1. Root uptake. Active transport. Nutrients are absorbed by plant roots through active transport, which requires energy. This process involves the movement of ions against a concentration gradient with the help of carrier proteins. 2. Passive uptake. Passive diffusion. Some nutrients, especially water and small ions, can enter the plant through passive diffusion, moving along a concentration gradient. 3. Mycorrhizal associations, mycorrhizae, symbiotic associations between plant roots and mycorrhizal fungi enhance nutrient absorption. The fungi extend the root's reach and increase the surface area for nutrient absorption. 4. Nutrient translocation, xylem and phloem. Once absorbed by the roots, nutrients are transported within the plant through the xylem and phloem vessels. Xylem transports water and mineral nutrients, such as nitrogen and phosphorus, from the roots to the aerial parts of the plant. Phloem transports organic nutrients, such as sugars produced through photosynthesis, from source tissues, leaves, to sink tissues, growing points, roots. 5. Ion exchange and adsorption, cation exchange. Nutrients, especially cations like potassium, calcium, and magnesium, can be exchanged on soil particles through cation exchange mechanisms. Plant roots exchange H+ ions for nutrient cations. Anion adsorption. Anions like nitrate and phosphate can be adsorbed onto soil particles, and plant roots exchange them for other anions. Factors affecting nutrient availability to plants. 1. Soil pH. Soil pH affects nutrient solubility and microbial activity. Different nutrients have optimal availability at specific pH ranges. 2. Soil organic matter. Organic matter improves soil structure, water retention, and nutrient availability. It also enhances microbial activity, contributing to nutrient cycling. 3. Cation exchange capacity. CEC soils with high CEC can retain more nutrient cations, making them available for plant uptake. 4. Microbial activity. Microorganisms in the soil play a crucial role in nutrient cycling. They decompose organic matter, fix nitrogen, and enhance nutrient availability to plants. 5. Soil texture. The texture, proportion of sand, silt, and clay influences water retention, drainage, and nutrient availability. Sandy soils may have lower nutrient retention compared to clay soils. 6. Temperature and moisture. Nutrient availability is influenced by temperature and moisture conditions. Microbial activity and nutrient cycling are generally higher in warm and moist soils. 7. Root exudates. Plants release organic compounds through root exudation, which can influence nutrient availability by promoting microbial activity and enhancing nutrient solubility. 8. Nutrient interactions. Nutrient interactions can affect their availability. For example, excessive amounts of one nutrient may interfere with the uptake of another, antagonistic interactions. 9. Oxygen levels. Oxygen availability affects microbial activity and redox reactions in the soil, influencing nutrient transformations and availability. 10. Nutrient form in soil. The chemical form of nutrients in the soil, example, nitrate, ammonium, phosphate, influences their availability for plant uptake. 11. Competition and antagonism. Plants may compete for nutrients, and certain ions can antagonize the uptake of others. For example, excess potassium may reduce calcium uptake. 12. Nutrient fixation and immobilization. Nutrients may become immobilized in the soil due to microbial activity or fixation reactions, reducing their immediate availability to plants. Understanding these factors is essential for effective nutrient management in agriculture. Soil testing, proper fertilization practices, and maintaining soil health contribute to optimizing nutrient availability for plants and ensuring optimal growth and productivity. Acidic, calcareous and salt-affected soils, their characteristics, nutrient availabilities and reclamation, mechanical, chemical and biological methods. 1. Acidic soils. Characteristics. pH, below 7, neutral, can range from slightly acidic, pH 6.0 to 6.9, to strongly acidic, pH less than 5.5. Common acids, hydrogen ions, aluminum ions, and sometimes iron ions can contribute to soil acidity. Nutrient availability. Some essential nutrients may become less available, particularly phosphorus, calcium, and magnesium. Reclamation. Lime application, adding agricultural lime, calcium carbonate, to raise soil pH. It neutralizes acidity and provides calcium. Basic slag, a byproduct of steel production, it can be used to raise pH. Dolomitic lime, contains both calcium and magnesium, suitable for soils low in magnesium. 2. Calcareous soils. Characteristics. pH, above 7, alkaline, often contains excess calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, CaCO3 presence of lime or chalk, which may lead to high pH. Nutrient availability. Iron and phosphorus may become less available due to high pH. Reclamation. Acidifying amendments, adding elemental sulfur to lower pH. Organic matter addition, incorporating organic materials to improve nutrient holding capacity and microbial activity. Chelating agents, application of chelating agents to enhance the availability of certain nutrients. 3. Salt-affected soils. Characteristics. Salinity, elevated levels of soluble salts, often sodium chloride, NaCl. Acidicity, high levels of sodium ions relative to calcium and magnesium. Nutrient availability, high salinity can lead to ion imbalances, affecting nutrient uptake. Reclamation. Leaching, excessive irrigation to flush out salts from the root zone. Gypsum application, adding gypsum, calcium sulfate, to improve soil structure and displace sodium. Amending with organic matter, incorporating organic matter to enhance soil structure and nutrient retention. Crop rotation, growing salt-tolerant crops in rotation can help manage salt-affected soils. Deep rooting plants, planting deep-rooted plants to access nutrients below the salt-affected layer. Common reclamation methods for various soils. 1. Mechanical methods, deep plowing, breaking up compacted layers to improve aeration and root penetration. Subsoiling, breaking up compacted subsoil layers to improve water infiltration. Contour plowing, reducing soil erosion and improving water retention. 2. Chemical methods, lime application, for acidic soils, as mentioned earlier. Gypsum application, for salt-affected soils, as mentioned earlier. Sulfur application, for alkaline soils to lower pH. Amendments, adding specific chemicals to address nutrient imbalances. 3. Biological methods, green manuring, growing cover crops and incorporating them into the soil to improve organic matter content. Rhizosphere microorganisms, inoculating soil with beneficial microorganisms to enhance nutrient availability. Crop rotation, varying crop types to break pest and disease cycles and improve nutrient cycling. Reclamation strategies depend on the specific characteristics of the soil and the crops to be grown. Integrated approaches often combine mechanical, chemical, and biological methods for effective and sustainable soil improvement. Fertilizer and insecticides and their effect on soil, Indian standards for water quality, use of saline water in agriculture, different approaches of soil fertility evaluation. 1. Fertilizers and insecticides and their effect on soil. Fertilizers. Effect on soil, positive aspects. Fertilizers provide essential nutrients to plants, enhancing soil fertility and crop yield. Negative aspects. Overuse or improper application of fertilizers can lead to nutrient imbalances, soil acidification, and environmental pollution. Insecticides. Effect on soil, positive aspects. Insecticides control pests, protecting crops from damage. Negative aspects. Some insecticides can have adverse effects on soil health, microbial communities, and non-target organisms. Persistent use may lead to the development of resistance in pest populations. 2. Indian standards for water quality. The Bureau of Indian Standards, BIS, has set standards for water quality in India. Some key parameters include: physical parameters, color, odor, and taste, should be within specified limits. Turbidity indicates the clarity of water. Chemical parameters, pH, should be within a specified range. Dissolved oxygen, DO adequate levels are essential for aquatic life. Biochemical oxygen demand, BOD indicates organic pollution. Chemical oxygen demand, COD measures the oxygen required for chemical oxidation. Total dissolved solids, TDS elevated levels may indicate pollution. Nitrate and nitrite should be within permissible limits. Fluoride, chloride, sulfate, and ammonia should meet specified standards. Microbiological parameters, total coliform and fecal coliform, presence indicates contamination. E. coli should be absent. 3. Use of saline water in agriculture. Challenges. High salt content in water can lead to soil salinization, affecting crop growth. Salt-tolerant crops are often needed. Management, leaching, excess irrigation to flush out salts from the root zone. Use of gypsum, application of gypsum to improve soil structure and displace sodium. Selection of salt-tolerant crops, choosing crops adapted to saline conditions. 4. Different approaches of soil fertility evaluation. Chemical analysis, determining nutrient levels in the soil through laboratory testing. Provides quantitative data on nutrient content. Biological methods, microbial biomass analysis, assessing the microbial community to understand nutrient cycling. Respiration tests, measuring soil respiration as an indicator of microbial activity. Physical methods, texture analysis, evaluating the proportion of sand, silt, and clay in the soil. Water holding capacity, assessing the soil's ability to retain water. Plant-based methods, plant tissue analysis, analyzing the nutrient content of plant tissues to infer soil fertility. Bioindicators, using specific plants as indicators of soil conditions. Remote sensing, satellite imagery, monitoring vegetation health and growth to infer soil fertility. GIS, Geographic Information System integrating spatial data for comprehensive analysis. Soil health assessment. Integrated assessment, considering multiple indicators, including physical, chemical, and biological aspects, to provide a holistic view of soil health. Soil Quality Index, SQI, creating an index that reflects overall soil health. A combination of these approaches provides a comprehensive understanding of soil fertility, guiding sustainable soil management practices in agriculture. It's important to integrate various methods for a more accurate assessment. Role of microbes in soil fertility and crop production, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur cycles. Microbes play a crucial role in soil fertility and crop production by actively participating in nutrient cycling, organic matter decomposition, and various biological processes. The carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur cycles involve microbial activities that influence soil fertility. Here's an overview of the role of microbes in each cycle. 1. Carbon cycle. Role of microbes. Microorganisms, particularly bacteria and fungi, decompose organic matter, releasing carbon dioxide through the process of respiration. Some microbes engage in carbon fixation through photosynthesis, converting atmospheric carbon dioxide into organic carbon compounds. Impacts on soil fertility. Organic matter decomposition by microbes releases nutrients, improving soil fertility. Microbial activities enhance soil structure, water retention, and nutrient availability. 2. Nitrogen cycle. Role of microbes. Ammonification. Certain bacteria convert organic nitrogen compounds into ammonium, NH4+. Nitrification. Ammonium is oxidized into nitrite, NO2, and then further into nitrate, NO3 by specific bacteria. Denitrification. Some bacteria convert nitrates back into nitrogen gas, N2, completing the cycle. Impacts on soil fertility. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria, example, rhizobium, form symbiotic relationships with legume roots, converting atmospheric nitrogen into ammonium. Nitrification makes nitrogen available to plants in the form of nitrate. Denitrification can result in nitrogen loss from the soil, affecting nutrient availability. 3. Phosphorus cycle. Role of microbes. Microorganisms contribute to the mineralization of organic phosphorus, converting it into inorganic forms that plants can uptake. Mycorrhizal fungi form associations with plant roots, facilitating phosphorus absorption. Impacts on soil fertility. Microbial mineralization releases phosphorus, making it available for plant uptake. Mycorrhizal associations enhance phosphorus uptake efficiency for plants. 4. Sulfur cycle. Role of microbes. Sulfur-transforming bacteria convert organic sulfur compounds into sulfates, SO4-2. Some bacteria facilitate the reduction of sulfates to hydrogen sulfide, H2S. Impacts on soil fertility. Sulfur in the form of sulfates is essential for plant nutrition. Microbial activities contribute to the release of sulfur from organic matter. Overall impacts on soil fertility and crop production. Nutrient cycling. Microbes are key players in decomposing organic matter and recycling nutrients, contributing to soil fertility. Disease suppression. Beneficial microbes can suppress soil-borne pathogens, promoting healthier plants. Soil aggregation. Microbial activities enhance soil structure and aggregation, improving water infiltration and root penetration. Nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria provide an essential source of nitrogen for plant growth. Phosphorus solubilization. Microbes help solubilize phosphorus, making it more accessible to plants. Plant growth-promoting substances. Some microbes produce growth-promoting substances, influencing crop development. Understanding and promoting beneficial microbial activities in the soil are essential for sustainable agriculture. Practices such as organic farming, cover cropping, and minimizing the use of certain chemical inputs can support a diverse and active microbial community, leading to improved soil fertility and crop productivity. Biological nitrogen fixation: symbiotic, associative, and asymbiotic. Biological nitrogen fixation is a process in which certain microorganisms convert atmospheric nitrogen, N2, into ammonia or related compounds that can be used by plants. This is a critical aspect of the nitrogen cycle, as it provides an essential nutrient for plant growth. There are three main types of biological nitrogen fixation: symbiotic, associative, and asymbiotic. 1. Symbiotic nitrogen fixation. Definition: symbiotic nitrogen fixation involves a mutualistic relationship between nitrogen-fixing bacteria and host plants. Organisms involved: rhizobia, bacteria belonging to genera such as Rhizobium, Bradyrhizobium, and Cynorhizobium are commonly involved in symbiotic nitrogen fixation. Process: rhizobia infect the roots of leguminous plants, forming structures called nodules. Inside nodules, nitrogenase enzymes produced by rhizobia convert atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, which the plant can use for its growth. In return, the plant provides the bacteria with carbohydrates and a suitable environment for growth. Examples: common examples include the symbiotic relationship between rhizobium and leguminous plants such as soybeans, peas, and clover. 2. Associative nitrogen fixation. Definition: associative nitrogen fixation involves free-living soil bacteria that associate with plant roots and fix nitrogen. Organisms involved: Azotobacter and Clostridium. These bacteria are examples of organisms that can perform associative nitrogen fixation. Process. Free-living bacteria colonize the rhizosphere, soil region around plant roots. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria in the rhizosphere fix atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, which can be utilized by nearby plants. Role in soil fertility. Associative nitrogen-fixing bacteria contribute to soil fertility by making nitrogen available to plants. 3. Asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. Definition. Asymbiotic nitrogen fixation involves free-living bacteria that fix nitrogen independently of a plant host. Organisms involved. Free-living cyanobacteria and azotobacter. Cyanobacteria like Anabina and azotobacter are examples of organisms capable of asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. Process. Free-living bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia without a direct association with plant roots. The fixed nitrogen becomes available to nearby plants. Role in soil fertility. Asymbiotic nitrogen-fixing bacteria contribute to soil fertility by enhancing nitrogen availability for plants. Biological nitrogen fixation is essential for maintaining nitrogen levels in soils and promoting plant growth. It reduces the reliance on synthetic nitrogen fertilizers and contributes to sustainable agriculture. The different types of biological nitrogen fixation highlight the diverse mechanisms through which nitrogen-fixing bacteria interact with plants and the soil environment. Euazolla, blue-green algae and mycorrhiza. 1. Azolla. Definition. Azolla is a genus of small, free-floating aquatic ferns that form symbiotic relationships with nitrogen-fixing cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, of the genus Anabina. Key features. Azolla floats on the water surface and is often referred to as a mosquito fern or duckweed fern. The cyanobacteria, Anabina azolli, reside in specialized cavities on the underside of Azolla's leaves. Azolla provides a protective environment for the cyanobacteria, and in return, the cyanobacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen, making it available to the plant. Role and significance. Nitrogen fixation. The cyanobacteria within Azolla fix atmospheric nitrogen, contributing nitrogen to the aquatic ecosystem. Green manure. Azolla is often used as a green manure in rice paddies. When incorporated into the soil, it releases nitrogen, benefiting rice crops. 2. Blue-green algae. Definition. Blue-green algae, or cyanobacteria, are photosynthetic bacteria that can perform oxygenic photosynthesis. They are capable of fixing atmospheric nitrogen and play a role in various ecosystems. Key features. Cyanobacteria have a blue-green pigmentation due to the presence of phycocyanin. They can be found in various environments, including freshwater, marine environments, and terrestrial habitats. Some cyanobacteria form symbiotic relationships with plants, such as the nitrogen-fixing cyanobacteria associated with Azolla. Role and significance. Nitrogen fixation. Some cyanobacteria, like those in Azolla, fix atmospheric nitrogen, contributing to the nitrogen content of the soil. Oxygen production. Cyanobacteria are crucial oxygen producers through photosynthesis. Ecological balance. Cyanobacteria play a role in nutrient cycling and maintaining ecological balance in aquatic ecosystems. 3. Mycorrhiza. Definition. Mycorrhiza is a symbiotic association between plant roots and certain fungi. The fungi colonize the root system, forming a mutualistic relationship with the plant. Key features. Arbuscular mycorrhiza, AM, is the most common type, involving fungi of the Glomeromycota phylum. The mycorrhizal fungus forms structures called arbuscules and vesicles within the root cells. Types of mycorrhiza. Endomycorrhiza, endomycorrhizal fungi. Arbuscular mycorrhiza, AM, is the most widespread type. Forms symbiotic relationships with a wide range of plants, including many crop species. Ectomycorrhiza, ectomycorrhizal fungi form symbiotic relationships primarily with trees, especially in forest ecosystems. Role and significance. Nutrient uptake. Mycorrhizal fungi enhance the absorption of water and nutrients, especially phosphorus and micronutrients, for the host plant. Protection. The mycorrhizal network can provide protection against certain soil-borne pathogens. Soil structure. Mycorrhizal hyphae improve soil structure and aggregation. In summary, Azolla, blue-green algae, cyanobacteria, and mycorrhiza are all examples of organisms that form symbiotic relationships with plants, contributing to nutrient availability and ecosystem health. Azolla and cyanobacteria directly fix atmospheric nitrogen, while mycorrhiza enhances nutrient uptake and provides other benefits to host plants. Rhizosphere and phyllosphere. Rhizosphere. The rhizosphere is the narrow region of soil that is directly influenced by the root exudates and root activity of plants. It is a dynamic zone where interactions occur between plant roots, soil particles, microorganisms, and other soil components. The rhizosphere extends a few millimeters to centimeters from the root surface and is characterized by increased microbial activity compared to the bulk soil. Key features. 1. Root exudates. Plants release various organic compounds, such as sugars, amino acids, organic acids, and enzymes, into the soil through their roots. These root exudates attract and nourish microorganisms in the rhizosphere. 2. Microbial population. The rhizosphere harbors a higher density and diversity of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and nematodes. Some of these microorganisms form beneficial symbiotic relationships with plants. 3. Nutrient cycling. Microorganisms in the rhizosphere play a crucial role in nutrient cycling. They decompose organic matter, solubilize minerals, and enhance nutrient availability for plant uptake. 4. Plant microbe interactions. Beneficial microorganisms, such as mycorrhizal fungi and nitrogen-fixing bacteria, establish symbiotic relationships with plant roots in the rhizosphere. These interactions can enhance plant growth and nutrient acquisition. 5. Disease suppression. Some microorganisms in the rhizosphere have the ability to suppress soil borne pathogens, contributing to plant health. Understanding the rhizosphere is essential for studying plant-soil interactions, nutrient cycling, and the development of sustainable agricultural practices. Phyllosphere. The phyllosphere refers to the above-ground parts of plants, primarily the surfaces of leaves, stems, and other aerial structures. It is a habitat for diverse microbial communities, including bacteria, fungi, viruses, and algae, that interact with the plant and each other. Key features. 1. Microbial colonization. The phyllosphere is colonized by microorganisms from the surrounding environment. Microbes can attach to leaf surfaces through physical mechanisms or through the influence of leaf surface properties. 2. Microbial diversity. The phyllosphere hosts a diverse community of microorganisms, and this diversity can vary based on plant species, environmental conditions, and geographical location. 3. Nutrient cycling. Microbes in the phyllosphere play a role in nutrient cycling. They can be involved in the decomposition of organic matter on leaf surfaces and contribute to nutrient availability. 4. Pathogens and epiphytes. The phyllosphere includes both potential pathogens and non-pathogenic microorganisms known as epiphytes. The balance between pathogenic and beneficial microbes influences plant health. 5. Influence on plant health. Microorganisms in the phyllosphere can affect plant health by contributing to disease development or providing protection against pathogens through competitive exclusion and the production of antimicrobial compounds. Understanding the phyllosphere is crucial for studying plant microbe interactions, plant diseases, and the impact of microbial communities on plant health. It also has implications for the development of strategies for disease management and sustainable agriculture. Microbes in human welfare, silage production, biofertilizers, biopesticides, biofuel production, and biodegradation of agro-waste. Microbes play a significant role in various aspects of human welfare, contributing to sustainable agricultural practices, waste management, and bioenergy production. Here are some key areas where microbes are actively utilized. 1. Silage production. Role of microbes. Lactic acid bacteria, primarily species like Lactobacillus, play a crucial role in silage production. During ensiling, these bacteria ferment plant sugars to lactic acid, creating an acidic environment that preserves the forage. Significance. Silage is a fermented feed produced for ruminant livestock, preserving nutritional quality. Microbial fermentation reduces pH, preventing spoilage by undesirable microorganisms. 2. Biofertilizers. Role of microbes. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria, such as Rhizobium and Bradyrhizobium, form symbiotic relationships with leguminous plants. Azotobacter and Azospirillum are free-living nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Phosphorus-solubilizing bacteria and mycorrhizal fungi enhance phosphorus availability. Significance. Biofertilizers enhance soil fertility by fixing nitrogen, solubilizing phosphorus, and improving nutrient uptake by plants. They reduce dependence on chemical fertilizers, promoting sustainable agriculture. 3. Biopesticides. Role of microbes. Bacillus thuringiensis, BT, produces insecticidal proteins toxic to specific insect pests. Bovaria bassiana and Metarhizium spp are fungi used as biopesticides against insects. Trichoderma spp act as biofungicides against plant pathogenic fungi. Significance. Biopesticides provide environmentally friendly alternatives to chemical pesticides. They target specific pests, minimizing harm to non-target organisms and reducing pesticide residues. 4. Biofuel production. Role of microbes. Microorganisms like bacteria and yeast are used in fermentation processes to produce biofuels. Examples include ethanol production from sugarcane and corn by Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Significance. Biofuels are renewable energy sources that can replace fossil fuels. Microbial fermentation converts biomass into bioethanol, contributing to sustainable energy production. 5. Biodegradation of agro-waste. Role of microbes. Various bacteria and fungi are involved in the decomposition of agricultural residues and organic waste. Microbial consortia break down complex organic compounds into simpler substances. Significance. Microbial biodegradation helps recycle nutrients and returns organic matter to the soil. It contributes to waste management by reducing the environmental impact of agricultural residues. These applications demonstrate the diverse roles of microbes in enhancing agricultural productivity, reducing environmental impact, and promoting sustainable practices in various sectors of human welfare. Harnessing the potential of beneficial microorganisms continues to be a focus in the development of eco-friendly and sustainable technologies. Methods of soil moisture estimation. Estimating soil moisture is crucial for effective water management in agriculture. There are several methods used to measure or estimate soil moisture content. Here are some common methods. 1. Gravimetric method. Principle involves weighing a soil sample before and after drying to determine the water content. Procedure. 1. Collect a soil sample. 2. Weigh the sample. 3. Dry the sample in an oven. 4. Weigh the dry sample. 5. Calculate the moisture content. 2. Tensiometers. Principle. Measure soil metric potential, indicating the tension or suction water experiences in the soil. Procedure. 1. Insert the tensiometer into the soil at the desired depth. 2. Read the water tension on the gauge. Advantages. Provides real-time data on soil water tension. 3. Time domain reflectometry, TDR. Principle: measures the dielectric constant of the soil, which is related to soil moisture content. Procedure: 1. Insert TDR probes into the soil. 2. Send an electromagnetic pulse and measure the time it takes to reflect back. 3. Calculate soil moisture based on the dielectric constant. Advantages: non-destructive, provides continuous measurements. 4. Neutron moisture meters. Principle: measure soil moisture by detecting neutrons emitted from a source placed in the soil. Procedure: 1. Insert a neutron source and a detector into the soil. 2. Measure the count rate of neutrons. 3. Calculate soil moisture based on the neutron count rate. Advantages: penetrate soil well, suitable for large-scale measurements. 5. Capacitance sensors. Principle: measure soil moisture by assessing changes in the electrical capacitance between electrodes. Procedure: 1. Install sensors at various soil depths. 2. Measure the capacitance between electrodes. 3. Calculate soil moisture based on capacitance changes. Advantages: provides continuous monitoring, suitable for various soil types. 6. Remote sensing. Principle: uses satellite or aerial imagery to estimate soil moisture content based on surface reflectance or thermal properties. Procedure: 1. Analyze satellite or aerial data. 2. Use algorithms to estimate soil moisture content. Advantages: provides large-scale, spatial information. 7. Soil water content sensors. Principle: uses sensors based on various technologies, example, capacitance, resistance, time domain reflectometry, to directly measure soil water content. Procedure: 1. Insert sensors into the soil. 2. Read data from the sensors. Advantages: provides real-time measurements, suitable for precision agriculture. Choosing the appropriate method depends on factors such as soil type, depth, spatial scale, and the required level of accuracy. Often, a combination of methods may be used to get a comprehensive understanding of soil moisture dynamics. Crop water requirement. Crop water requirement refers to the amount of water needed by crops for their growth and development throughout the various stages of their life cycle. Proper management of water is essential in agriculture to ensure optimal crop yields and quality. Several factors influence the water requirement of crops, including climatic conditions, soil characteristics, crop type, and growth stage. The estimation of crop water requirement is crucial for effective irrigation planning. There are different methods for determining crop water requirement, and the most commonly used one is the potential evapotranspiration (PET) method. Here are key aspects related to crop water requirement. 1. Potential evapotranspiration (ET). Definition: ET represents the total water loss from a well-watered, actively growing crop cover under specific meteorological conditions. Calculation: it is often estimated using reference evapotranspiration (E2) methods, such as the Penman-Monteith method. ETA serves as a standard measure of evapotranspiration. Factors influencing ET: solar radiation, temperature, wind speed, and humidity are key factors affecting ET. 2. Crop coefficient, Kc. Definition: crop coefficient is a dimensionless factor used to adjust potential evapotranspiration to the actual water requirement of a specific crop. Calculation: actual evapotranspiration, etc., is determined by multiplying ET by the crop coefficient, etc. equals ET asterisk Kc. Crop stages: Kc values vary during different growth stages of the crop: initial, development, mid-season, late season. 3. Consumptive use. Definition: consumptive use represents the total water utilized by the crop through evaporation from the soil surface and transpiration from plant leaves. Calculation: consumptive use is calculated based on etc. and can be expressed in terms of depth millimeter or volume m cubed ha. 4. Water balance approach. Definition: water balance involves assessing the water inputs, precipitation, irrigation, and outputs, evaporation, transpiration, in a crop field. Calculation: the water balance equation is S equals P E T I, where S is the change in soil moisture storage, P is precipitation, ET is evapotranspiration, and I is irrigation. 5. Soil moisture monitoring. Definition: direct measurement of soil moisture content to assess the water status of the crop. Methods: soil moisture sensors or probes are used to measure moisture levels at different soil depths. Advantages: real-time data for efficient irrigation management. 6. Pan evaporation. Definition: measurement of water evaporated from an open water surface, often used to estimate potential evapotranspiration. Calculation: crop coefficients are applied to pan evaporation to estimate crop water requirements. 7. Crop water use efficiency, WUE. Definition: WUE represents the amount of biomass, or yield produced per unit of water consumed by the crop. Calculation: WUE equals yield, water consumed. Accurate estimation of crop water requirement is vital for sustainable water management in agriculture, helping farmers optimize irrigation practices and use water resources efficiently. The methods mentioned above provide tools for assessing and managing water needs throughout the crop growth cycle. Scheduling of irrigation. Irrigation scheduling involves the systematic application of water to crops based on their actual water needs. Efficient irrigation scheduling ensures that crops receive the right amount of water at the right time, optimizing water use and promoting crop growth and yield. Here are key components and methods for scheduling irrigation. 1. Soil moisture monitoring. Method: use soil moisture sensors or probes to measure the moisture content at different soil depths. Advantages: provides real-time data on soil moisture status, helping to avoid over-irrigation or under-irrigation. 2. Evapotranspiration, ET methods. Potential evapotranspiration, ET method. Estimate the potential evapotranspiration using methods like Penman-Monteith. Advantages. Serves as a reference for crop water requirements under standard conditions. Crop coefficient, KC method. Adjust potential evapotranspiration using crop coefficients for specific growth stages. Advantages. Tailors water requirements to the actual needs of the crop. 3. Water balance approach. Method. Calculate the water balance for the crop field, considering inputs of precipitation, irrigation, and outputs, evaporation, transpiration. Advantages. Helps maintain a balance between water supply and crop demand, preventing water stress or waterlogging. 4. Pan evaporation. Method. Measure pan evaporation and use crop coefficients to estimate crop water requirements. Advantages. A simple method for estimating potential evapotranspiration, especially in areas with limited meteorological data. 5. Crop growth stage consideration. Method. Adjust irrigation scheduling based on the specific growth stages of the crop. Advantages. Recognizes that water requirements vary during different stages such as germination, vegetative growth, flowering, and fruiting. 6. Climate-based methods. Method. Consider climatic parameters, temperature, humidity, wind, in addition to crop characteristics to estimate water requirements. Advantages. Provides a more comprehensive understanding of crop water needs under specific weather conditions. 7. Remote sensing. Method. Use satellite or aerial imagery to monitor crop health, detect stress, and estimate water requirements. Advantages. Provide spatial information for large-scale irrigation management. 8. Threshold-based approaches. Method. Set predetermined soil moisture thresholds to trigger irrigation events. Advantages. Simplifies decision-making by providing clear criteria for initiating irrigation. 9. Tensiometers. Method. Use soil tension measurements to determine when irrigation is needed. Advantages. Directly measure soil moisture tension, aiding in precise irrigation scheduling. 10. Plant-based methods. Method. Monitor plant indicators such as leaf water potential or canopy temperature to assess water stress. Advantages. Provides direct feedback on the plant's water status. Effective irrigation scheduling requires a combination of these methods, considering local conditions, crop type, and available resources. The goal is to optimize water use efficiency, reduce water wastage, and promote sustainable agricultural practices. Integrating technology, data-driven approaches, and a good understanding of crop water needs are essential for successful irrigation scheduling. Methods of irrigation, surface, sprinkler, and drip irrigation. Methods of irrigation, surface, sprinkler, and drip irrigation. 1. Surface irrigation. Overview. Surface irrigation is one of the oldest and most common methods, where water flows over the soil surface by gravity. It includes various techniques such as furrow, basin, border, and flood irrigation. A. Furrow irrigation. Description. Water is directed along small channels, furrows, between raised beds of soil. Advantages. Simple and low-cost method, suitable for row crops. B. Basin irrigation. Description. The field is divided into basins, and water is applied to each basin. Advantages. Suited for level or nearly level fields, effective for tree crops. C. Border irrigation. Description. Fields are divided into long, narrow strips, borders, and water is applied to each strip. Advantages. Suitable for slightly sloping terrain, allows better control of water flow. D. Flood irrigation. Description. Water is allowed to flow freely over the entire field. Advantages. Simple and applicable to a wide range of crops, less labor-intensive. 2. Sprinkler irrigation. Overview. Sprinkler irrigation involves the application of water through pressurized pipes with the help of sprinklers. Water is distributed in the form of droplets, simulating natural rainfall. A. Fixed sprinkler systems. Description. Sprinklers are permanently installed in the field. Advantages. Uniform water distribution, suitable for large areas. B. Portable sprinkler systems. Description. Sprinklers are moved from one location to another. Advantages. Flexible and suitable for smaller fields or irregularly shaped plots. C. Center pivot irrigation. Description. Long pipes mounted on wheel towers rotate around a central pivot, irrigating a circular area. Advantages. Efficient for large, circular fields, automated operation. D. Drip irrigation. Overview. Drip irrigation delivers water directly to the base of each plant through a network of tubes, pipes, and emitters. Emitters control the flow rate, providing water precisely where it is needed. A. Subsurface drip irrigation, SDI. Description. Emitters are buried underground, reducing water evaporation. Advantages. Suitable for row crops, orchards, and vineyards, conserves water. B. Surface drip irrigation. Description. Emitters are placed on the soil surface. Advantages. Versatile, suitable for various crops and soil types. C. Microsprinkler drip irrigation. Description. Combines features of drip and sprinkler systems, delivering water through microsprinklers. Advantages. Ideal for orchards and vineyards, provides a balance between drip and sprinkler benefits. Advantages of each method. Surface irrigation. Simple and cost-effective. Suited for a wide range of crops and terrains. Sprinkler irrigation. Efficient water distribution. Suitable for various crops, including field crops and orchards. Drip irrigation. Water conservation through precise application. Suitable for crops with specific water needs. Considerations for choosing the method. Crop type and water requirements. Topography of the land. Availability and quality of water. Climate and environmental factors. Economic considerations and infrastructure. Each method has its advantages and considerations, and the choice depends on specific conditions and goals of the irrigation system. Integrated systems that combine elements of different methods are also used to maximize efficiency and water conservation. U. Irrigation efficiency and water use and efficiency, conjunctive use of water, irrigation water quality and its management, water management of important field crops. Agriculture I. Drainage. 1. Irrigation efficiency and water use efficiency. A. Irrigation efficiency. Definition. Irrigation efficiency refers to the ratio of water beneficially used by crops to the total water diverted or pumped for irrigation. Types. Conveyance efficiency, the efficiency of water delivery from the source to the field. Application efficiency, the efficiency of water distribution within the field. Overall efficiency, the product of conveyance and application efficiencies. B. Water use efficiency, WUE. Definition. Water use efficiency is the ratio of crop yield to the amount of water consumed. Calculation. WUE equals crop yield water consumed. 2. Conjunctive use of water. Definition. Conjunctive use involves the integrated management of surface water and groundwater resources to meet irrigation needs. Benefits. Maximizes water availability. Minimizes the risk of overextraction or depletion of groundwater. Improves overall water use efficiency. 3. Irrigation water quality and its management. Factors influencing water quality: salinity, acidicity, presence of toxic elements, example, excess boron, microbial contamination. Management practices: water quality testing and monitoring. Selecting appropriate crops and irrigation methods. Using soil amendments to address salinity or acidicity issues. Treating or purifying water when necessary. 4. Water management of important field crops. Crop-specific water management. Adjusting irrigation schedules based on crop growth stages. Implementing deficit irrigation strategies when appropriate. Employing efficient irrigation methods: drip, sprinkler, for specific crops. Utilizing crop sensors and technology for precision irrigation. 5. Agricultural drainage. Definition. Agricultural drainage involves the removal of excess water from the soil to prevent waterlogging and soil salinity. Types. Surface drainage involves shaping the land to facilitate water runoff. Subsurface drainage uses pipes or tiles buried below the surface to remove excess water. Benefits: improves soil aeration, prevents waterlogging, reduces soil salinity, enhances root development. 6. Waterlogging and soil salinity management. Prevention and mitigation, adequate drainage systems. Selecting salt-tolerant crops. Leaching excess salts through controlled irrigation. Adding organic matter to improve soil structure. 7. Water conservation practices. Efficient irrigation methods: drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, soil moisture monitoring, using sensors to optimize irrigation schedules. Cover crops and mulching, reducing evaporation and soil erosion. Rainwater harvesting, collecting and storing rainwater for irrigation. 8. Precision agriculture. Definition. Precision agriculture involves using technology and data to optimize field-level management. Applications: GPS-guided tractors for precise field operations. Remote sensing for crop monitoring. Variable rate irrigation based on field conditions. Efficient water management practices are essential for sustainable agriculture, ensuring optimal crop production while conserving water resources and mitigating environmental impacts. Implementation of appropriate technologies, monitoring systems, and adaptive management strategies are crucial components of successful water management in agriculture. U. Organic farming, introduction, concept, relevance in present context. Organic farming, introduction, concept, and relevance in the present context. 1. Introduction.